Hello, beautiful soul. How are you doing today? It's Mindset Monday. Mindset Monday. Oh, yeah, it's Mindset Monday. You know what that means? It means that I should probably talk into the mic so that you can hear me, right? All right, but what is good, fam? I just wanted to say, what is good? It's Mindset Monday. We're going to be talking a little bit about doubt and doing and where discipline lies and all of that. So let's just get into it, shall we? So we got our little friend right here. Vessel's gonna be just chilling, vibing with us. Also, Jenna is in the background as well. He's also sleeping, so yes. Okay, anyways, hello, good day. Happy Monday. If you are not watching this on Monday, happy day. Now, I wanted to make this video and go live to talk a little bit about doubt. All right, I've been doubting myself, fam, and I don't mean this, I've just been doubting myself. And then what I realized is that it's usually the things that I know I want to do, or the things that I should do, and then I doubt doing them, and then I never do them. And so, does that make sense? Does that make sense to you, fam? Just trying to make sure I'm not the only one. What's good, Divine Merle? Good to see you out here, fam. I'm so happy to be able to connect with you. And yeah, so this theme has been coming up a lot in my life. This concept of being all right, you gotta do this, right? You gotta do this. Yet in my mind, something back there is no, that negative inner dialogue is no, you can't do this. Or, it's not possible. Grand Rising, JT, what is good? And this kind of mindset of, doubting yourself before you even do something, I'm finding is so interesting and not helpful in the slightest, but it is helpful for the use of meditation, awareness, and transmuting these energies. And I think overall that's the big thing, fam. That's a big thing. You can't really tell yourself, hey, stop doubting, because when you're in that energy of doubt, it just doesn't really work that way, right? You can't just be you're right, I can't run a marathon. If you doubt yourself, you're never actually going to take the steps to do the thing, to build the discipline so that you can do it. And I think this all goes down to our learned helplessness. We were all brought into the world with certain limitations, whether they were taught to us, whether we just learned them, we picked up on it because of nature or nurture or whatever you believe. We all have limitations that we just kind of believe in. And I think that doubt is a actual good place when you're thinking of your limitations to begin with, because it makes you actually kind of question, is this possible? Yes, on one end, it can be seen as negative because, your goals, your dreams, your manifestations, even God, you begin to doubt that it's possible. And because of that, it can deter you from doing the things to prove, that it is possible. So it's really interesting. I've been thinking about that, right? We were brought here and there were certain limitations that we inherited, and we go through our days and we might believe that, oh yeah, this is how it goes. Yeah, my manifestation, it has to come in this way. And we may doubt that there's any other way, right? I know a lot of people that are well, I need all of this money. And then I ask, why do you need that money? And they're because then I can get my manifestation. And it's is your manifestation money? Is your manifestation a thing? Is it a place? Is it an experience? Because sometimes I feel the doubt is actually there just a little bit to bring our awareness to, hey, there's some limits that you might not be fully aware of, but they're actually doing a lot. And what's good, the fine night? I'm happy to see you. And fine night, I feel I did I say that correctly? Let me know. The Zafine night. Okay. Gosh, I'm butchering the names, guys. But yeah, so really allowing yourself the opportunity to see your doubt as almost a stepping stone for either the things that you want to manifest where you feel a little weak, you feel like your faith or the energy that you have, your belief isn't really backing it up, then it's time to actually allow yourself to just be present with that. Just have faith. And what's good, beautiful soul? So, what does this mean? All right. Well, let's take that example with my friend again, with the money. You know, they want all this money, but they totally doubt that they can get this much money. Why do they actually want the money? It's so that they can manifest, you know, a better, let's say, living situation. So we doubt that we can get the money, but we want that living situation. What I would say, and something that I'm beginning to reflect on, is that, nice, I pronounced it right, Zephynite. Ah, that's cool. Sounds like the infinite. All right. Anyways, all right, guys, keep me on track out here. Yeah, so they are kind of focusing on the wrong things. If they have doubt with, you know, getting that money, not saying that like the money is good or bad or anything, but their actual motive of what they want to manifest is a good living environment for them, then they should focus on that living environment. Skip the middleman altogether. I think that a lot of the times when we doubt, it's kind of telling us to evaluate, you know, what is it that we doubt? And like, when you realize you're connected to this infinite source, right? Like you're connected to this oneness, stemming the greatest dimensions, you know, the greatest of all dimensions. Like you're connected to that, and infinite possibilities lie in this area. Now, imagine if you were really aware of this. You had such strong belief that you grounded yourself energetically in this reality, in this timeline where everything, you're connected to this infinite source of potential, and it's just waiting for you. And then you say like, I don't think I can do my manifestation. It's in my heart, but like I doubt that it will ever come to pass. Well, guess what? You're literally telling the source of all creation, the universe, that I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can do it. And you are what as a man thinketh, so is he. So guess what? It's good that we have that doubt, because we should always address that doubt. And it's the same thing with sales. You need to address that person's questions, because guess what? Like nobody wants to buy anything if they don't actually think it's going to help them. And so why would you manifest something or even like have that thought in your mind if you don't think you can actually do it? So this idea of doubt almost kind of like makes sure that, is this actually real? Can this actually possibly happen? And on that things, like nobody is. I have my alarm set for 5. Have I been waking up at 5? No, until yesterday when God was like, listen, stop sleeping in. You need to wake up. And I'm so happy I listened, because I mean, I've been doing it for a couple years now, not sleeping in, but just having my alarm set at that time. And it's really the discipline of being like, okay, well, this is how things are. You know, it's not really about, can I do this? It's more like, what is the smallest step I can do every single day so that I can reach that end point? Because that's ultimately what we're all going for. It's so easy to doubt yourself when you look at a ginormous vision that you may have for yourself, for the world, or just wherever you are, whatever situation you're in, whatever you're trying to manifest. Just look at it and doubt that it's ever going to come, because maybe, you know, your physical reality isn't lining up in a way where it's nurturing that kind of physical manifestation. Yet, through having the discipline to just do things, it almost like erases the doubt, like it overrides it. It's not even about like, can this manifestation come through? It's more like, can you wake up at 5 or, you know, 6 in the morning, whenever, you know, and just do that one thing that will get you closer to that manifestation. And sometimes it's literally just sitting down and addressing the doubt. Like, you can't have a solid foundation if you don't address your weak spots. And the doubt is there to show you what your weak spots are. It's not there for you to cover your eyes and be like, oh my gosh, let me not look at the doubt. Let me just not acknowledge that I am not confident that this can actually happen. You need to acknowledge that that's what the doubt is there for. And when you do, guess what? It's almost like it gives you this power, just like when you face your fears and you realize it's not actually that scary. And you will be given like this boost of energy to help you do that one thing that it is every single day to move you closer to that manifestation. And it's like the doubt dissipates. And I won't say like, oh, it goes away forever. And I think that a healthy dose of doubt will actually give you the strength to be more grounded into what you want to manifest. If everybody was like, oh my gosh, and maybe there was a gifted child and they were like, oh, you're gonna be like amazing when you grow up, like they're promising all these things to this child, the child is just vibing, the child's just doing whatever they do, and they're like, he's a genius, oh my gosh, and it's just kind of like a normal child that's been doted on a lot and has never gotten an ounce of doubt in them. Nobody's been like, will you actually make it in the real world? The child, of course, is like, yeah, I'm gonna become an astronaut. I'm gonna become a world star musician. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And nobody doubts them. That could be pretty cool, right? You think that could be pretty cool, but I feel like the physical is still going to test your manifestations. That's just kind of the way it goes. And if you don't have any negative influences that have trained you to kind of build a solid foundation, one singular person that's like, I don't know if you can do that because like you got to really like be in shape to go in space and like it's going to be a couple years. If nobody actually drops that like ounce of doubt, which in a way is kind of that logical mind that we tend to overthink, and some of us are kind of drowning in doubt if we can be honest. But you learn how to swim, right, fam? You learn how to swim, and that's what we out here doing, all right? So this child has this drop of water that drops the doubt on them, and all of a sudden it's like things come crumbling down, and it's like, whoa. Of course, the opposite could happen. They could be so just grounded in themselves that they're going to be like, oh, I'm not going to figure it out. It's going to be good. And hey, they could manifest it. But actually having that ounce of doubt is healthy. You should know that, hey, if you don't have that doubt, I'm not saying look further for it, but it should be almost a indicator like pain and some of the more negative vibrations to let you know, hey, pain helps you know that maybe you shouldn't do this anymore. Doubt helps you realize that, hey, maybe there are weaknesses or holes in your manifestation and vision that you should actually just be aware of. It doesn't mean drop it entirely. It doesn't mean, oh no, like, ignore the haters. Listen to what the haters have to say thank you, and then be on your way. Like, when doubt comes your way, don't run away from it. Just acknowledge it. See what medicine it has, what message, what you can learn from it, and then move on and know that you'll be stronger because you acknowledged that there was doubt. If you don't acknowledge that there's no doubt, then I'm sorry, it's going to be really hard for you to manifest things. If you don't have faith in your manifestation, if you don't have faith and you have all of this doubt internally that's blocking you, but you're still going through the motions, you're still doing the things, but you already are running away. You're running away from that kind of negative inner dialogue that sometimes should be honored. It should be listened to as much as the positive one. They both have a message for you. They're both here for your highest good. So allowing yourself to come to this place where it's okay when people doubt you. It's okay when not everything goes your way, because you have something stronger than that within you that is holding this all together. And not only is it holding it together, it's becoming stronger because you're able to take those lower vibrations and you're able to bring them up. And that's the beauty. So what do we know? We know that doubt can prohibit us from doing things. It can hold back our manifestations. It can it's just a cause of almost learned helplessness, like we were talking about. So when you really feel like helpless because, maybe again, somebody told you when you were young, you can't do this, or that's not how the way the world works, or whatnot. And then, when you start opening your eyes and things become more clear, your mission becomes more clear, what you want to manifest becomes more clear. Then these thoughts and this doubt starts to creep in again. It's there to actually see like, hey, is this still true? Is this still true? And you can be like, well, thank you for showing me. this is a good realization. I can utilize this further in my manifestation to create a more solid structure. I can use this energy to direct it to what I'm actually creating. I hope that makes sense. Really, like, the doubt is a tool for you to identify the weak spots in your manifestation, your energy body, so that you can fortify it more, if you will. You know, when geez, like, I forgot who's walking on water, and they were like, yo, help me with my unbelief. Like, I believe, but help me with the parts that I don't believe in, because those are the areas that are going to drag me back. And I need to be aware of what's dragging me back, because you're only as good as your weakest link. You are only as good as your weakest link. Yes, the strongest link can pull a lot, and if you position it right, awesome. But your weakest link has to be paid attention to. You can't run away from it or cover it up. And so you shouldn't try to cover up the fact if you doubt your manifestation. Don't say mindless affirmations trying to cover up the fact that you don't believe in them. Actually address, why don't you believe in them? What are you saying that you don't feel energetically aligned to? That's the beauty of really addressing the doubt within your being and how it can strengthen your overall faith in your manifestation and what you're here to bring to earth. It is a big old mission. It's a journey. It's a testing, you know, and I'm here as testimony to be like, listen, doubt's just not, you know, the more you doubt, the less you do. The more you address your doubt and you're just like, yeah, and do things anyways, good for you. That's what we're here for. So go do the things that you know you're here to do. I think that there are lots of reasons why we could doubt ourselves and what we want to manifest, be it the limitations, again, the learned helplessness. Maybe we believe that we don't have enough time or resources or people or connections, whatever it is. And you got to know that on an energetic level that you're creating a lot of your, like, the feedback that you're giving the universe is going to be reflected back to you. So what are you giving it? How do you want that to be reflected back? And identify those weak spots and what you are saying and what you are doing and where that doubt is creeping in so that you can actually address it. Now, here's the deal with discipline. Nobody really likes discipline, though they respect it. Like, if you can, and discipline is almost like a habit. Like any other habit, you have to build it up little by little. You can't, like, yes, you could say, like, oh yeah, I run like 5 miles every day. I mean, I know people that do that. Like, good for them. And guess what? For them, it's definitely not as difficult as it would be for me if I were to run 5 miles a day. Let me just tell you that. But because of the continuous energy that they put in day and day and day, that momentum continues to build. And then it's almost like eventually that discipline comes to the doubt and it just bulldozes right over it, because it's like, listen, I hear your concern, but I'm doing this and I'm already on a good pattern and I'm going closer and closer to my manifestation every day. In fact, I see my manifestation coming to me every day. I can see the evidence of it through the actions that I'm taking. And that's really where the connection of our mind, our higher chakras, the things that happen in the future, connect to our body, our lower chakras, the things that have already happened. And we find this place where we don't doubt the things that we can do in the future. We don't doubt it. We just do it. And it's beautiful. So, and I appreciate you. I needed to hear this message too, fam. So just so you know, you're not alone. But for real, do the things that you know you should do. Don't doubt doing even the tiniest things. Sometimes I feel like we doubt that even waking up early is going to help our manifestation. I'm going to be honest. So I was like, I can wake up at 7. I can wake up at 8. Like, it's fine. But it's totally different energy. And I think the most important thing is the concept of discipline. What you really get from doing something every single day and how it kind of eliminates those doubts that we have. It's like it erases them and replaces them with that discipline, with that repetitive action, with that habit. Because instead of having that habit of doubting things and feeling and, you know, coming up with excuses of why we can't do it, it's like, what can we do in every single day, in every single moment? How can we refine that discipline? Even just taking that concept of doubt and acknowledging it and then using that as fuel to drive you day by day, that's how you leverage your doubt. That's how you leverage it and to create these successful habits that will compound over time and allow you to really fully be present and with your manifestation as it's coming with you. So yeah, I know we all want our manifestation to come like a lotto ticket that we never even bought. We just wanted to fly into our hands and be like, this is transformational, this is amazing. But for most of us, we have to work on it every single day. We are connected to the space-time continuum and actually connecting ourselves and yoking our being into this like awareness of, all right, like I'm directing this energy to what I want to manifest in my life. That's it. And just like a tree, like trees, they don't pop out of the ground one day and then become a big old oak. They take their time and you have to be patient with them. We should be patient with our manifestations. We should welcome in the doubt like it is wind blowing in the branches of a tree. They're gonna come, it's gonna go, but you're still gonna grow. And if I can connect things back to trees, I always will, because I love them. Please. All right. So yeah, but I really just wanted to make this video to remind you that it's okay to doubt, but do the thing anyways, and be disciplined. Do it again and again, because that's how you're going to grow. That's how it's going to become easier, and that's how your manifestations are going to come faster and smoother and just more beautifully integrated into your reality by just doing something every single day. And don't doubt yourself in thinking it's too small. Whatever you're doing is good enough, and trust that it's what you're supposed to be doing. There's no need for you to doubt that. But if you did, now I give you permission to let that doubt go and use that energy, leverage it to do more amazing stuff. And thank you again for joining today's Mindset Monday. I totally appreciate these, and I hope that you found this useful. Let me know if you have any topics for future videos where we just dive into the mind and the different things that happen, because I'm totally enjoying these, and they definitely help me with my week and just making sure that I'm having that mindset that's actually assisting in whatever manifestations are coming my way. So I love you, fam. Thank you so much again for joining, and I will see you